short summary of the book, And Then There Were None. And Then There Were None, by Agatha Christie, is a classic mystery novel that tells the story of 10 strangers who are lured to an isolated island off the coast of Devon, England, and are murdered one by one. The novel opens with the 10 strangers being brought to the island by a mysterious host, who is later revealed to be Mr. UN Owen. As they settle in, they realize that they have been invited for different reasons, and that none of them knows their host. After dinner, the guests hear a voice on a gramophone accusing them all of having committed murder in the past and getting away with it. They are all shaken, but initially decide to leave the island in the morning. However, when they wake up, they find that the boat that brought them there is gone, and they are completely isolated on the island. As they explore the island, they find that it is completely deserted except for themselves and their 2 hosts, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers, the butler and housekeeper. One of the guests, a retired judge named Lawrence Wargrave, realizes that they are in grave danger and that they must work together to survive. The guests start to receive reminders of their past crimes, including a poem that describes each of their deaths in detail. One of the guests, a spinster named Emily Brent, realizes that all of the guests are connected to a previous case in which they were all involved in the death of an innocent person. The judge concludes that the murderer must be one of the guests and that they are being punished for their past sins. As the guests become increasingly paranoid and desperate, they start to turn on each other and accuse each other of being the murderer. One of the guests, a soldier named Philip Lombard, suggests that they search the island for any weapons or tools that could be used as weapons. However, they find nothing. The guests become even more fearful as they realize that they are being hunted down one by one. One of the guests, a retired police inspector named Blore, starts to investigate the others to try and identify the killer. However, he is killed in an apparent accident. As the remaining guests try to stay alive, they discover that one of them has been hiding a dark secret. They also find a hidden room with a collection of 10 little figures, representing each of the guests, and realize that the killer is using them to mark off each murder. With only 3 guests remaining, they decide to search the island for the killer. They find a confession letter from one of the guests, admitting to having killed the innocent person in the past case. However, before they can take any action, one of the remaining guests is killed. The remaining 2 guests, Judge Wargrave and Vera Claythorne, realize that they are the only ones left alive and that one of them must be the killer. They confront each other, and Wargrave reveals that he is the killer and that he has been planning the murders for years. He believes that he is doing society a favor by punishing those who have gotten away with murder in the past. In the end, Wargrave dies by his own hand, leaving Vera as the only survivor. She is later rescued by a passing boat and returns to the mainland, traumatized by her experience on the island. And Then There Were None is a thrilling and suspenseful novel that keeps readers guessing until the very end. It is a classic whodunit that has become a staple of the mystery genre and is widely regarded as one of Christie's best works. Thanks for watching.